This is promo Biz Coach Rosalie Marcus, and I want to welcome you to $1 Million Habits to Crush Your 2026 Sales and Beyond. And I especially want to thank my fantastic supplier sponsors, Southern Plus and We Promo. So let's get started. Here is what I am going to cover today. I'm going to share with you the #1 habit of successful sales professionals. I'm going to share with you tiny habit changes that can have amazing results, how to stay motivated no matter what happens, fresh ideas, trending products, and EQP from top suppliers, and the importance of self-care and self-development. So why do habits matter? Well, people think that motivation is what makes you successful, but the truth is it's habits that make you successful. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, it's a habit. And that was said by Aristotle thousands of years ago. Consistent good habits drive long-term business growth. Now, I have coached hundreds of people, spoken in front of thousands of promo professionals, and the ones that have the best work habits are the most successful. They're not smarter. They don't know more. They just consistently do the right things. So what are those right things that they consistently do? Well, the #1 habit is consistent daily prospecting. You have to do the things that other people may not want to do. This is what will make you very, very successful. You need to make prospecting a priority, and you need to block time every day. So here's an easy rule to keep you motivated and on track. Use the 5 times 5 times 5 rule. Reach out to 5 new contacts. Follow up with 5 leads and reconnect with 5 past clients. Do that every day, and you will be on your road to $1 million business. Success isn't about who you know, it's about who you consistently reach out to. This has been my experience, and this has been the experience of all the top sellers in the industry that I have worked with. And I'd love to hear from you. You can put this in the question box. Are you willing to do this? Or are you doing anything like this? It's easy to do. You must block time and do it first thing in the morning. Do that 5 by 5 by 5 rule first thing in the morning. Send a LinkedIn contact request to 5 new contacts. The leads are people that have shown interest in your business. Follow up with them. And then, and this is really important, out of sight, out of mind, reconnect with 5 past clients. This is a wonderful time of year to do it. This is a wonderful time of year to wish them a happy holiday. Find out what's going on with them and let them know what's going on with you. Maybe you're doing some new things in your business. Maybe you're offering new company store options. Maybe you're offering print. Maybe you're offering special packaging. That's how you reconnect with past clients. But this is the #1 habit to make you more successful in promo sales. It's a routine that you do every day. It's like brushing your teeth in the morning. You're not going to forget about that, and you're not going to forget about this. Habit #2 is to have a deep focus on your client's needs. You need to become an expert in your client's business. Now, I'm a big believer in niche marketing. The most successful promo people have a focus on specific niches that they feel comfortable selling in and that purchase large quantities of promo merch. So my recommendation to you is to pick 1 or more niche markets that you would most enjoy working in. Know their product line, know their end user, know their challenges, know what matters to them most. And this is something that you can write down as I am speaking. This is a great question to ask every prospect and client. And the question is, what are your biggest challenges? What's keeping you up at night? And I asked this question. One of my large clients is a credit union. I asked them this question, and the challenge was we need younger members. We have older members. Some of them are dying off. We want younger, more people coming in and joining the credit union. So we came up with an idea of promo merch that would appeal to younger people. Think about with your clients, what are their biggest challenges? And think about how can you solve those challenges using promo merch. Visit their website frequently. Follow them on social media. When you do that, you're going to know what matters to them. Comment on their posts. And I talk about this all the time. If you want to know what's happening with your clients, set up a Google alert. And you do that at google.com/alerts. That way, you are going to get an email from Google anytime they are mentioned on the web or anytime anything important is happening with their business. And then you can be the first person to call and say, oh, I see that you're merging with another company. If a company is merging, they're going to need all new promo merch because they're probably going to have a new name. Or I see that your hospital is building a new wing. Or I see that you're launching a new product. These are the ways that you can increase your sales. So always have a deep focus on your client's needs and switch from what can I sell you to how can I help you? That's the mindset that successful salespeople have. Not what can I sell you, but how can I help you be more successful? Habit number three is to lead with ideas, not products. Your clients and your prospects know that they can buy anything they want off of the internet. So what makes you invaluable and irreplaceable? Your ideas make you invaluable and irreplaceable. So when you're calling on a client or a new prospect, share campaign ideas, share what has worked in the past, share virtual designs, share mock-ups, solve problems, don't sell stuff. So let me give you an example of solving a problem. I was calling on a car dealer and he said, we need more people to come in for test drives. That's our biggest issue because we know that this car is so fantastic that once somebody takes a test drive, they are more likely to want to purchase the car. So we came up with ideas, with gifts that people would get of promo merch if they came in for a test drive. So always ask your clients and prospects, what are your biggest challenges? And there are so many ways that you can solve those challenges using promo merch. And my question to you is, do you ask this question? And have you done this? How has this worked for you? I'd love to know. And I will be opening the question box at the end of the webinar. Habit number 4 is ask smart discovery questions. Never recommend a product first. Always ask questions first. And I'm sure most of you know this. Don't start with what's the budget. That should be the last question that you ask. Always ask who is the audience, because the product that you're going to recommend for a senior is going to be totally different than the product that you're going to recommend for a millennial. And what is the goal? What are they trying to achieve? Why are they doing the promotion? And then you can get to what's your budget? What price range do you want to stay in? And what's the timeline? That is so important, especially these days with inventory shortages and products coming from overseas. You need to know what the timeline is so that you don't disappoint your clients. And the $1 million sellers do this. They leave nothing to chance. They ask all the right questions. The answers guide your product recommendations. So also my question to you is, Do you have a set of discovery questions that you always use before you recommend a product? I'd love to hear what they are. Habit number 5 is to focus on better clients. And this was a mistake that I personally made early on in my promo business. I thought every client was a good client. And I wasted a lot of time with what I would call the tire kickers, the people that were only looking for the lowest price or needed tons of samples and weren't going to make a decision for months or didn't have the ear of the decision maker. So this is so important. This is what the top sellers and the $1 million sellers do. They know who their ideal client is. And my question to you is, who is your ideal client? What do they value? I know I said early on, I wasted time with people that couldn't give me larger orders and repeat business. When I started to focus my energy on corporate clients that could give me larger orders, that had marketing departments, that could give me repeat business, my business really took off. So who is your ideal client? And who don't you want? This is really important. I always say selling is like dating. If you can think back to your dating days, or maybe some of you are dating now, not everyone is a good match for what you have to offer. Be willing to walk away from those people that only want the lowest price, that are driving you crazy. Focus on better clients. And I'm going to pause for a minute and take a sip of tea so I don't get too hoarse. But I want you to think about, and you can put this in the question box, I'd love to know from you, jot down some notes, who would be an ideal client for you and who don't you want? Number 6 is to build better relationships. And there was a study done by Harvard Business School where they came to the conclusion, this isn't a genius conclusion, that all sales are built on relationships. That's what makes the difference between you and an internet wholesale site. So build relationships with your clients. How do you build a relationship with clients? Don't just call them when you want to sell them something. Take a genuine interest in them. Ask about their lives, what's going on with them. I know for my clients, I always like to go in, especially at holiday time, bring them some cookies or donuts or candies, stop by just to say hello, see what's happening with them. This is what makes you stand out. This is what will set you on the road to a much more successful business in 2026. Also, and this is so important, build relationships with your suppliers. When you have a relationship with the supplier, they will bend over backwards to help you. So who are the suppliers that you count on? Who are the suppliers that you have a relationship with? I always try to be as polite and kind as possible to the customer service people. I know that they deal with a lot of people yelling at them and getting angry, and this is the busiest time of year. What can you do to build that relationship? That is really what works. Make it a habit to build a relationship with the staff at your client's office and your supplier's office. So let me give you another example. I always, with corporate clients, get to know the admins. Why is this important? These days in corporations, people change jobs all the time. The marketing director that you were calling on last month may not be there the following month, but the admin may still be there. And if you have a relationship with that person, they're going to call you and say, so-and-so is leaving, and this is who's coming in, and I'm going to leave your information for them. They can be a valuable resource. Treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Don't discount anybody in any office. This really makes a difference. And get to know multi-line reps. This made a big difference in my business early on. They would come to my office, they would visit with me, they would give me special samples. They would help me out with selling the product line. In the past, I don't know if they do this anymore because this goes back years ago, but I've had multi-line reps go on sales calls with me. So get to know any of the multi-line reps from your top suppliers. And remember, always remember, people buy from others that they know, they like, and they trust. And again, I'd love you to put in the question box the relationships that you have, any favorite suppliers that you have, and what you are currently doing to build those relationships, because this makes all the difference in the world in your business success. Habit number 7, this is so important. Increase profit margins. If you want to have $1 million business in 2026, pay attention to your profit margins. Use accounting reports. Sell profitable products to profitable clients. I don't know about you, but I don't want the clients that say, sharpen your pencil. We are only going to take the lowest price. Those are the people that I run away from. I want the clients that value my time and expertise. That is what is so important. I know early on, this is a true story. It's a little bit embarrassing. One of my first clients was a large international bank, and I was so nervous about selling an order to them. I said to the marketing person, I'll give you a discount. And she said to me, Rosalie, you don't have to do that. We value your expertise. Now, I was lucky with her, but that was my newbie big mistake. Don't discount up front. Give a price and find out if somebody is looking for a lower price. Ask them, what price are you looking for? And see if it makes sense for you to meet the price. If it doesn't, tell them, I can't do that. We are not discounters. We work on the value that we provide, the ideas that we provide, the top rated suppliers that we work with. That is your value proposition. And of course, I always recommend that you join We Promo, the free buyers group for promo professionals. It is the only free buyers group in the industry. If you're not currently a member, I always say, why not? I've been a member for several years. I've saved thousands of dollars. And here's what I love about We Promo. Not just that it is free to join, they are getting new top suppliers constantly. They have all the best suppliers in the industry. And they don't just give you discounts on products, they give you discounts on services like shipping. Also, they don't discriminate. All the other buyers groups only want top sellers, and you have to show them how much you're selling every year. They welcome distributors of all sizes. So if you're a small distributor and you're just getting started, We Promo will welcome you. These are some of the top suppliers with We Promo, but a lot more have joined. Check the website. You can go over there now as we're speaking and join. Check their website, see who their suppliers are, and when you sell an order, make sure you put on your purchase order We Promo member so that you get that EQP pricing. Something else that they do that is fantastic is you will get a dedicated rep at all the companies that are part of We Promo. So if you have a problem with an order, you just search who your dedicated rep is, say you're a We Promo member, and they will bend over backwards to help you. And this is all on the We Promo website. And I'd love to hear from you people that are listening today. How many of you are members of We Promo? I'd love to hear what your experience has been. I know for me, it has been absolutely fantastic, and I know it will be for you too. They are the fastest growing buyers group in the industry with over 2,000 members, and they want to welcome you. So definitely wepromo.net is a must to join. Okay, let's move on. Habit number 8 is to follow trends. I don't know about you, but when I call on a client, they always want to know what's hot, what's the latest trends, what do people want? So we know sustainability is a big issue, and all the top suppliers are promoting sustainable products. So let your prospects and clients know that you have eco-friendly products, that you can supply those. Also, we're coming to the beginning of a new year. Health and fitness is a huge trend. At the beginning of the year, people always make resolutions. Couldn't think of that word for a minute. People always have resolutions that they're going to lose weight, they're going to exercise. You know what I'm talking about. Health and fitness products are great to sell in the beginning of the year. These are trending products. Retail and retail-like products are very big now. Tech products, always big. And we know these days you can work from anywhere. That's a big trend. And of course, in our industry, we have a plethora of company store platforms that you can offer. Company store platforms for little mom and pop shops to company store platforms for huge corporations. Tremendous opportunities for you to have that $1 million business when you focus on trends. And speaking of trends, one of my favorite suppliers, Southern Plus, has some great health and fitness products that you should be promoting now for the new year. This is a great time to sell health and fitness products. This is great for any of your corporate clients. This is great for any of your clients that might be a gym where they want to offer a special gift when you sign up for the gym for a new year. This is great for schools and colleges. So if you would like a copy of this sales sheet, just send me an email and I'll send it to you, and you can pass this on to your prospects and clients. Here's what I love about Southern Plus. They are a top-rated supplier. They will make free virtuals for you. They have videos that you can share. People love to look at videos. They have videos on their website that you can share with your prospects and clients. You can search by use or theme on their website, and best of all, on every product in their line, you get EQP pricing when you put promo code Rosalie. They would love to do business with you. So this is a great idea as we're coming on to the new year to tell your top prospects and clients about health and fitness products. Here is another great idea for the new year. Laundry bags are great for colleges and great for any private schools where people live away at the schools. This is a great product to promote at the beginning of the year. And again, Southern Plus is a top-rated supplier. They'll make free virtuals of the laundry bags for you. They will add your client's logo to every product in their line. They'll do those free virtual designs. They've got the videos, and they're just a wonderful, wonderful company to do business with. I've been working with them for years and love working with them, and you will too. And I'd love to hear from you if you're currently doing business with the Southern Plus and what your experience has been. And remember, EQP, promo code Rosalie. So let's move on to number 9. And this is so important. Work only with quality suppliers. So how do you know if a supplier is quality? Well, we do have the ratings in ASI and Sage. And also, I like the Facebook group for distributors where people say, I'm working with this supplier for the first time. What do you think? So that's one way of knowing if it's a top-rated supplier, but also use your own experience. Do they return your calls right away? Do they offer you free virtual designs and selling tools? Do they have a responsive staff? And build a relationship with them. When your suppliers bend over backwards for you, let them know that you appreciate them. Send them a thank you note. Call them. Let the head of the company know how much you love working with them. Build that relationship. As I said earlier, sales are built on relationships. So build a relationship with the staff at your favorite suppliers and with the multi-line reps. That's how you get on the way of having $1 million business in 2026. This is how you increase your sales and have your best year yet. Habit number 10. This is so important. Follow up and follow through. Following up is not being pushy, it's being proactive. The salesperson that follows up the most and doesn't give up is the one that gets the sale. But do it by adding value, not by calling, "Are you ready to order yet? Are you ready to order yet?" If a client hasn't given you the order yet, you can follow up and say, "You know what? I have another idea for you that I wanted to share." Or, "I just wanted you to make you aware of some trending products." Or, "I saw this and thought of you. I saw this article and thought of you." That's what I mean by providing value with every touch. Follow up is crucial. Don't give up. I've had people call me months later and given me the order because I continued to follow up with them. I continued to send ideas to them. I didn't forget about them. That's part of being a top-notch sales professional. And follow through. What does that mean? Do what you promise. I'm sure you know this, but if you say to somebody, "I'll get back to you on Monday with an idea," get back to them on Monday with an idea. And if for some reason on Monday you don't have that idea, still get in touch with them and say, "I know I promised you I'd have an idea for you by Monday. Here's what's happening, and I haven't forgotten about you." So, be honest about what's going on. This is so important. Products are plentiful and your clients know that they can find them anywhere, but they want a dependable, responsive promo professional. That's what separates you from everyone else. This habit is so important. Habit number 11, stay in touch. You've heard the saying, "Out of sight, out of mind." Always stay in touch. After I call on a client and they're interested in a product, I let them know right away, "I know that you're interested in this product. We have to bring it in from overseas. The lead time may be 3 or 4 weeks. Is that okay with you?" Communication is so important. Let your clients know about pricing and inventory changes. And once an order is sold, always send them order updates and shipping information. This is what separates you from the crowd. This is a habit that you must do because this is going to show that you are professional, that you care. And this is what people want. They want somebody that is on their side, that is going to pay attention to the order so that they don't have to think about it. They want a sales professional that they can count on. Habit number 11, always be learning. The most successful salespeople, the $1 million sellers, are always learning, and there's always something new to learn. Take those classes at industry trade shows. And I commend you for coming on the webinar today because it shows that you are a person that always wants to be learning. Read those articles about sales. Definitely be active. And speaking of always be learning, many of you know that I have a manual that I wrote, How to Make More Money in Promotional Product Sales. It's a digital manual. It's available immediately. Every chapter has proven strategies and case histories that you can model to help you increase your sales quickly and easily. And it's under $40 with a 15% discount when you put in the code BEST YEAR. And I've included an Ace Your Sales cheat sheet that will help you so you never leave money on the table when you're calling on a client. You can find it at payhip.com/promo biz coach. So let me move on with some final thoughts before I wrap up for today. Top sellers don't chase, they lead. These are the habits that you need. I told you the number one habit, 5 times 5 times 5, consistently prospect. Prospect for new clients, follow up for 5 new leads, and follow up with 5 previous clients. This is how you are on the road to $1 million business. And lead with ideas, not products. People want ideas. Lead with your ideas. And most importantly, be dependable, be helpful, and be responsive. Isn't that what you want from your suppliers? And value your work, your time, and your commitments. Take great care of yourself. I didn't talk a lot about this, but this is so important for sales professionals. Always get enough sleep. Exercise is important. Take great care of yourself. This is a business that can be stressful. So the better you take care of yourself, the better you are going to be able to sell. Make your clients successful and you will be successful. Follow these habits and become the $1 million seller and go to expert. Here's the supplier contact information for today, and hang in there so that I can answer your questions. Southern Plus, top rated supplier at southernplus.com, and get EQP pricing on every product in their catalog with promo code Rosalie. We Promo, the only free buyers group in the industry. You'll find them at wepromo.net. No monthly fees ever, and they welcome distributors of all sizes. And of course, my contact information, promobizcoach.com, and you can reach me at rosalie@promobizcoach.com. Now, before I open the question box, I want to wish all of you the happiest of holidays, regardless of what holiday you are celebrating, and all the best for a fabulous new year. You are the heart of my promo coaching business, and I really appreciate every one of you coming on the webinar today. So let me open the question box, see if anything came in before we wrap up for the day. Gail says, what's the link for my book? I will put that in on the replay page for anybody that wants to buy it, but I'm going to tell you that it is payhip.com/promo biz coach. And let's see, Nancy says, are you able to send the presentation? I'm going to be sending the replay to everybody that registered for the call. So I will do that. And let's see if I have any other questions that came in. Howard says, we've used the 5x5x5 method for selling for decades. It works. And thank you for reminding everyone. That's music to my ears. And 5x5x5 means reach out to 5 new clients, follow up with 5 leads, people who have shown interest, and follow up with 5 past prospects. Do it every day, do it every week, and you are on the road to $1 million promo business. So again, I thank all of you for listening today. I'm going to be sending the replay. The replay will also be posted on my YouTube page, and I'll send you a link to my YouTube page as well. If you have a comment about the webinar, let me know. If you enjoyed it, let me know on my YouTube page. I'd really appreciate that. And again, wishing everybody all the best for the holidays and your most successful 2026. Just go out there and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye for now.